Hey Pill Poppers, I'm so excited and I just can't hide it! So, you're probably wondering why you're seeing me on Tuesday. Threads Tuesday, Tell TJ Thursday, whatever. But I need to get right into this because yesterday was one of the best days of my life. So I'm watching Oprah's 25th anniversary. You know, it's her last season and I'm all into it, but I always set my DVR so I don't have to watch commercials. But anyway, so I'm doing that and my phone rings and I'm like, who's this? And it's a friend of mine that I haven't seen in a while that I actually ran into on Fashion Night Out, and she's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey girl, hey, how are you? And she's like, fine, what are you doing tonight? And I'm like, oh no, I don't really have any plans, you know, I think I'm just gonna stay in, you know, I've been doing a lot during Fashion Week, whatever. And she's like, how fast can you be dressed? And I'm like, why? She's like, well, I have an extra ticket to a show. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I mean, whatever. I mean, I can get dressed pretty fast. Well, the show starts at 8 and it's for Marc Jacobs. Hold the phone. You know that I love Marc Jacobs. And I've been to fashion shows before, and I've even worked during Fashion Week, but I've never been to a Marc Jacobs show. So I was like shitting bricks. I was like, oh my god, I can be dressed as fast as you need me to be dressed, bitch. We go to the show, and I tweeted, oh my god, I'm dying. I was literally dying. So there I was, dying at the Marc Jacobs show. I couldn't even take pictures or anything because I was just so caught up in the moment, and I tweeted how it was like a 14-minute orgasm. But anyway, so my friend took a picture on her cell phone of the set because the set was gorgeous, and I was gagging. And it was like this huge cylinder with a space in the middle for the models to come through, and they walked all around it. It was absolutely unnecessary. Besides the fact that I was at the show and that I love Marc Jacobs, the reason why I loved this show is because he used a lot of print and a lot of vibrant colors, and I loved the flower motif that was carried on throughout all of the ensembles. It was just absolutely gorgeous. It was an experience that I will never forget, and those 14 minutes of my life are in the top 5 moments of my life ever that has ever happened to me. So as I was having this teeny moment and this 14-minute orgasm at Marc Jacobs, when I got out the show and I looked back on Twitter, I saw that Kelly Osbourne was tweeting about Betsey Johnson, how much she loved the show, yada yada yada. Now, I know that Betsey Johnson has her own little kooky style and it's really fun, but I just don't feature Miss Betsey Johnson. And actually, at one point, I said, this looks like she was styling for Kesha, because the hair was a mess, the makeup was a mess, the clothes were a mess. I mean, this fourth look just looks like someone had markers or watercolor paints and were just throwing it at a white dress. The first girl with the black looks like she's missing material, her panties are out. I don't even know what to say, because after coming from that experience, I watched Oprah, and it was just ooh, and I was crying watching Oprah, and then I went to Marc Jacobs, and it was 14 minutes of amazingness, and then I saw Betsey Johnson, and I was just I can't even get into your show, girl, because you're messing with my high. Not to leave menswear out, because a lot of you always ask for that, I looked at Tommy Hilfiger. He also had females in the show, but I only picked the men, 4 men from the show, because I'm trying to give you what you want, people. So, Tommy Hilfiger, I absolutely love this show. I love that all the men's slacks were different colors. There were green slacks, there were red slacks, there were pink slacks, white slacks. I think men need to get out of the blue and black phase. Every time there's a special occasion, all the men are either in blue or black. I'm done with it. I really like the second outfit with the plaid blazer and the red shorts. That's a really strong look. I really love the fourth look with the bow tie. You know me, anything with a bow tie, I'm all for it. And the third look with the bag, because if you know me, you know I always have a big bag. I always have a bag with me, and people are like, why are you carrying a purse? And I'm like, I don't want to put things in my pocket. I have on tight pants for the most part, and I don't want to have my wallet, my cell phone, my keys, and whatever else that I'm carrying in my pockets and look like a goddamn janitor. I see guys with like keys hanging from their waist, and it's like, you're not a janitor. Keys should not be jingling while you're walking. You need a bag to put them in. So I'm really happy that Tommy Hilfiger had some bags on his line for men, because guess what? Sometimes a man needs a purse. Well, I've been having a great fashion week, fashion night out, going to Marc Jacobs, seeing Kelly Rowland at Club 57. So thank you for everyone who made my whole week possible. I've had a great time, and as always, get addicted, stay addicted. It's Cmatics, bitch.